first recipient of ACK Master Scholarship Award. I'm doing my Masters of Civil Engineering at Central Queensland University in Australia. My first semester basically was about settling in. I found a very nice place to live in, student accommodation, so it was nice for me in terms of I had a lot of students around me, so it smoothened that transition period. My mom traveled with me. She stayed for 3 months in a way that kind of made me feel a bit more relaxed and much more comfortable. I did even live in a combination which was kind of 10 minutes away from my university, so it was a comfortable ride in a train, 10 minutes, or a bicycle. So yeah, the first semester was kind of good. My orientation, first day at orientation was very nice. The university staff were very welcoming and very supportive. I did enjoy my first semester, and I think it was a great experience. During my first semester, I did participate in a whole lot of events and activities. I did take part in the Central Queensland or CQU Cricket Club, played a lot of cricket. I was also fortunate to be invited to the UN conference, which is the United Nations conference. It did emphasize on empowering women, so in a way that was kind of very motivational and inspiring for me to share a room with a lot of inspiring women. That made a difference in society. So I think in a way that kind of helped me grow and mature as a person. I worked as a social student ambassador, and that kind of helped me welcome other students as I was a new student myself. So I did find it a bit more comfortable to comfort more students or new students, and it was kind of friendly. So I didn't feel as an outsider myself. So that kind of made me feel like it was a home away from home. The best thing about studying in CQU was they kind of emphasize on sports as well. So we did fly up to Rockhampton and participated in the annual Central Queensland Chancellor's Cup. So it is a sports day or a sports event for a week, and I think that was a brilliant way to allow all the students of different campuses to interact with one another and just meet one another on a place where we could just play sports together and just socialize and have good fun. So I think the best part about CQU is just to have that multicultural, diverse kind of background of students where they all come together and enjoy the experience or studying experience. Since I moved to Australia, I think I met a lot of people, new coaches, new friends, and in a way I think I really enjoyed the healthy lifestyle. So I think almost everyone rode bikes or bicycles to work or school, and the parks were almost full with families enjoying their time or athletes playing a sport. In a way that kind of showed me that there is much more to life, and it's always good to be healthy in a way. So I think it affects the way you think and the way you act. You become much more accepting as a person and respectful as well. So that is very important to me. During my time in Australia, I was fortunate to be a member of 2 cricket teams or cricket clubs. I played for the men's sports cricket club, which was the Port Melbourne Cricket Club, and also represented the EMP, which is the Ascendant Maribyrnong Ladies Park. It's a women's cricket club. In terms of cricket, I think I've matured much more as a person and as a cricketer. It was a good chance for me to enhance my cricket skills and to focus much more on in a different environment and just to cope up with pressure and new life and new experience. So I think it did help me a lot, and I always look forward to bring that experience back home because that's where I started. The most thing that I missed about Kuwait is the food. Maybe it's because I was born and brought up in Kuwait. We kind of we grew up on that kind of flavor or taste of food, which I couldn't find it back in Australia. But I did find a kebab shop, which I kind of think was awesome because it kind of reminded me back home. The food is one of the things that I miss the most. I did crave a bit of knafe in the end, so I was kind of looking forward to come back home and have a knafe. And I did miss my family a lot, but with the social media and the internet and WhatsApp, I think it was much more comfortable to talk to my family and not to miss them, especially during that transition phase when all you wanted to hear just your family talking to you. And I think that was just the most thing that I missed about my family. I think it's a great chance for youngsters like myself to set priorities and goals. I think it's a good chance for students like myself to set on a new journey somewhere far, somewhere new, to meet new people and to develop new habits. And it's good in terms of yourself to grow as a person, to get new skills and enhance the skills and work on and develop yourself much more as a person. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful experience, and I'm very grateful for ACK to give me that experience and to be able to remember that for like my entire life. I'd like to thank my parents for their support, consistent support. I'd like to thank my coaches and my instructors here at ACK. I also want to advise the students here at ACK is to set priorities, set goals, make sure that there's something that you work towards and make sure you achieve it. There are a lot of distractions and temptations on the way. Make sure don't let that get on the way, because life is very short. Make sure you achieve those dreams and go for it. And I worked as an engineer for 2 years, so the ACK certificate is very well valid, and it's good in terms of I'm recognized as an engineer at Engineers Australia, as well as Kuwait Society of Engineers. So I think that's brilliant in terms of having a valid qualification and a very well recognized qualification in terms of education. So I think that was brilliant. I'd like to extend my thanks and gratitude to Mr. Abdullah Sharhan, the chairman of ACK, and Mr. Chris and Mrs. Joanne for joining me and being with me throughout the journey. It's a very life-changing experience, and I think anyone would want to be part of it. So thank you so much. Thank you, ACK, for this life-changing opportunity, and wish you all the best.